First of all, tip your hat to High Point. Again, they were an NCAA tournament team a year ago. They're picked to win their league, and so they played extremely well. And as for us, we got a long, long ways to go. So, you know, we looked like we hadn't practiced much, and definitely didn't look like we'd worked on defense much. So, like I said, we got to figure out a lot of things, but we'll get back to work. And in a week we face team ranked number 10 in the country, so we'll see where we are.
Questions for Qadence and Tilda?
Tilda, what was it like to get back on the floor and just kind of start to feel things out?
I'm super happy to be back here. I've been looking forward to doing this again with the team. It looks different, but I love the girls that are here and the team, and we have a lot to work on, and we're going to go into the gym every day and keep working, so it's just great being back.
Qadence, what was it like getting out there for the first time in NC State jersey?
I would say it's really fun playing with Tilda, with everybody. Oh. Sorry. I would say it's just really exciting to play with different teams, and definitely with Coach Wes. And it's just, there was like no nerves out there. I was just ready to play.
How much did it help that first shot went down for you?
What's
How
that?
much did it help that that first three went down?
I would say when that first three went down, I feel like I was ready, because I knew I could like shoot more, so I just knew I could just help them with threes, drives, and just rebounding also.
Who can be the leaders on this team? You don't have seniors. This is for both of you. Is it a group thing, or is there individuals who are rising above and taking on a leadership role?
I for sure think it's a group thing, but returners and, the juniors, I think they have a big role, and all of us that are returners trying to help the new players, but we all got to do this together. We can't just try lay on like Zoe to lead the whole team, we all got to step up and do our best.
You have any thoughts?
Yeah, I would definitely say, even though we don't have any seniors, I feel like everyone can speak up and just say their own thing. If they know something, just let us know, and that'll help our team win.
Any more questions for Abby?
Question, just for both players, just what are some of the aspects? This is fresh. Obviously, you're going to look at film. That'll help. But at this moment, what do you think some of the things y'all would like to see improve upon over the next week?
I think defense for sure. Everything starts with defense. We gotta contain one-on-one. They hit a lot of shots, but it's our fault they get those good shots. So, yeah, just start, play hard. I know Coach Moore is gonna focus on the things we had to work on practice, and we're gonna get better. So, yeah, I think everything starts with defense.
I agree with Tilda. I would say mostly defense, especially like help, and also just talking, communicating. And yeah, just mostly defense.
What do you think led to kind of some of the defensive just problems or stuff that you guys still need to work through tonight?
Probably contain one-on-one. Everything starts there, and if we don't, we gotta help. Maybe we gotta rotate. Give up a three. That's what we did today. So, yeah, everything starts one-on-one. I think that's the biggest thing.
Do you think that maybe some of those challenges also come from the fact that this is such a new core with, realistically, a lot less experience than what y'all had last year?
Yeah, but I think we just gotta play hard. Even if we haven't played a lot together, everything starts with playing hard, and everything else is gonna come together later. So, yeah.
Thanks, guys. You guys can go.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Good job on the boards, y'all, both of y'all.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, everybody.
I guess I'll ask you, sir, the same kind of thing. This is fresh, obviously, we haven't seen the film yet, but what are some of the things off the top of your head that you know that you're going to emphasize over the next week?
Well, we couldn't keep 25 in front of us, so she took us off the bounce about any time she wanted. We didn't, pay close enough attention that Spencer was killing us from three. At the end of the first quarter, I think she had, 12 of their, at one point, 12 of their, 20 points or so, whatever it was, 19, 12 of their 19 points. So you just got to recognize things, against her and really against Fleming, who we knew could shoot it coming into the game. I mean, believe it or not, we did a scouting report on them. Obviously, we didn't know exactly who was going to start. We had a good idea, things like that. But, we continued to go under versus those two and allowing threes. And then against the point guard, Collins, we kept getting hung up on the screen and letting her turn the corner and get downhill instead of maybe going under the screen and containing her better. I thought we did a better job of that in the second half maybe. Thank goodness for the third quarter. I thought we played a little bit harder in the third quarter. And, until I see the film, I don't know. Did we play defense a lot better in the third quarter, or did they just miss shots? I don't know till I get in there and look at it here in a minute. But, we got outscored 2 of the 3 quarters. So, scary, So, you're right. We got to figure out leadership-wise and all that. We got some new players out there. We got some, Zoe's a junior, and let's face it, she's had Sanaya and Isaiah out there the last 2 years, and they're not out there. So now it's a little bit harder. So, like I said, we got a long ways to go.
Is there an area or a player that maybe is ahead of where you thought they would be at this point?
Yeah, not really.
Is that normal?
No, I mean, again, obviously I thought Qadence played well tonight. I thought Tilda did a great job on the boards, getting to the offensive glass some. I mean, let's face it, they were undersized, so we should have got the ball inside more than we did. But we would call something to try to get the ball inside, and then we would instead jack up a three, which we ended up shooting the three at a pretty good rate, almost 39%. So not bad, but you got to recognize that we had an advantage inside, and we needed to exploit it a little more than we did. So, I don't know. Again, Tilda. I mean, I could say the two that were in here, Qadence and Tilda, I thought both played well tonight. But, the defense, again, even though some people might have hit a few shots, all I can think about is the fact, we didn't guard very well. Didn't guard on the ball very well, which got us in trouble. Didn't rotate very well when we had to help, which requires a lot of energy and playing hard. And the reason I said, this is the first time in my career that I have not done a scrimmage and then an exhibition game. And two reasons. One, this year for the first time, NCAA is allowing us to play an exhibition game against D1s. And then second of all, I knew we were going to be young. We needed to probably take advantage and play 2 games with the lights on, people in the seats, and make it more of a game than just a practice scrimmage. So, but we weren't ready for it, obviously. And, I did it hoping we would be fired up and, play a little prime time. But didn't work. But hopefully we'll learn from it.
Samuels was the outlier. A lot of people kind of figured the other 4 would start. We didn't maybe know who that 5th starter would be, and it ended up being Samuels. What led to that? And obviously you thought she played well today. Yeah,
I really did struggle between her and Devin. Devin does a lot of things well, and she's returner and all that. But, Devin was out a little bit early with some illness, whatever, and I just think Q does bring a little more length and athleticism, can get to the boards for you, things like that. Now, both of them have got to take care of the ball better. Handles have to be better. It's going to probably be game to game. You know, again, I agree, Qadence played well. So, you know, if I was saying right now, I would say she'd probably start again. But if that can change game to game. So I'm not going to totally commit yet to who's going to do what.
Do you like this way? You mentioned the exhibition rule. Do you like this new rule, this new way? Or you-
Allowed to play D1?
Yes, sir.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. You know, the reason I did scrimmages because we'd scrimmage, you know, a Power 4 team that was really good, and then we'd have to do an exhibition game where, again, we could play in front of people and under the lights against a non-D1. So you didn't get quite the competition that, of course, almost bit off more than we could chew tonight, but wanted to play, you know, a D1 team that would give you a realistic look of where you are. And they did that. They exposed a lot of stuff. So, but yeah, I think it's a great rule. You know, let us play whoever, and I'm glad.
Want to do more questions?
Zoe, she didn't have the best of games.
No, she didn't. I mean, again, you have nights like that. Everybody does, even the great players. So, but I hope she takes it personally and has a great week of practice. I mean, let's face it, she's kind of got a bullseye now. You know, that's what I used the illustration the other day. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe that's get to her. But it's kind of like tennis, you know, where you have your 1 seed, your 2 seed, your 3 seed. Well, Sanaya and Isaiah were playing against the 1 seed and the 2 seed, and Zoe was getting that 3rd seed, and now Zoe's going to get that 1st seed. And she's got to be able to respond to that, and I know she can, but it starts in practice. And, you know, I think we never really ran transition well tonight. We would go down the court, have speed, and wait for a pick on the ball, and that's not our transition. Okay, we didn't swing the ball, we didn't get post movement, so that will be a big emphasis on the offensive end. Playing basketball, breaking down the D. Like I said, 25 harassed the crud out of us. Again, that's Collins. She got after us, and we didn't handle that very well. And then we definitely couldn't keep her in front of us. So, again, hats off to them. They played well.
Is Awu all right?
Last question.
What's that?
Awu, is she all right?
Yeah, she was just under the weather. She's kind of coughing and stuff, had trouble breathing, kind of popped up today, to be honest with you, but she'll be fine. Yeah.